Well, hi there. How is it going? Boy, I know we chatted all next or last week, but it feels like it's been a while. Does it feel like that? It's just that time of year, right? It's all going faster than it should. I think that is a fair assessment. How the heck are you? Just in case you haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! We do it darn near every Thursday, and we get together and connect over, life and weaving. Always weaving. There's always fiber, always weaving goodies in the conversation for sure. So everyone, please give a warm hello to our girl Lori, the gatekeeper. She is behind the scenes making sure that basically that I behave. That's really mostly her job. We tell her that she's to keep the trolls out, but it's really just to make sure that I'm behaving. That's that's the truth. That's we'll just call a spade a spade. Okay, so let me say some hellos this morning. Hello, Ernie and Jennifer and Carrie and Gemma and Ellen. She says, good morning, this frigid morning. Yeah, it is cold here. Yes, it is. Although from what I see, it is cold multiple places. Hello, Maureen. What is it? Carol popped in and said it feels like -16 here. Carol. Okay, honey, that's cold. That's when having daily chores that you can't not do would be that'd be hard. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Do you have like little like hand warmers or something? What do you do when it's -16 and you have to be outside? That sounds really frigid. Hello, Scott in Atlanta. Hello, Connie Peterson. Did I already say hi to Connie? Hello, Christy Lofton. And let's see, I said hi to Carrie. And who else? Priscilla popped in. Hi, Priscilla and Denise. Denise says she's finally getting some rain. Woohoo! Boy, we're glad. It's, yeah. Sometimes those drought areas, that's rough for sure. Who else did I see popped in earlier? I thought I saw Anne in here for just a moment. I think so. Let's see. Hi, Cindy. She says, I'm sitting in a hotel 25 minutes from our new home. Ooh, a glitch on the seller's end means we didn't get in yesterday, and a lawyer doesn't know when it'll happen. Might be next week. Oh, Cindy, I'm so sorry. Ooh, that's rough. I don't like that. Nope. No. That's the whole having gotten rid of one house but not owning another one. That's limbo. Ooh, that's not. I'm sorry, honey. Hopefully that resolves itself very soon. Hello, Emily. It's 6 degrees, cold enough to stoke the wood stove. Ooh, that sounds cozy. Hi, Elizabeth. Wind chill in the UP is -22. Okay, let's let that sink in. That's when you're like your nose hairs freeze, right? Right? Tell me. That is when, if you have to go outside, which you shouldn't go outside, unless you have to feed animals, then that's like your nose hairs freeze. Then that's not glamorous. I understand, but still. Hello, Sherry. She says frigid and snowing, not my kind of weather. You might as well be inside. You might as well be inside on Live at the Loom with me. See, you've made good choices, people. Oh, let's see. Hello, Susan Cox from Milton, Georgia. Hello, how are you? I'm rocking some very delicious Gen Matcha tea this morning. Let me just tell you that this is prime weather for hot tea, and I could not be happier about it. Yes. Okay, see, I'm supposed to be, I'm sorry, Lori. Lori's like doing all these great things in the background, and I'm ignoring her. I'm so sorry. Let me get back in the groove here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Denise says, we've had mostly beautiful, warm, sunny days. Denise, someone should. And why not you? You should have beautiful, warm, sunny days, darling. Hello, Carla Purcell. Hello, Jody Ibarra. Look at all the great people here. Let's see. Christy said a local businessman bought my inventory of towel sets and dishcloths to give as gifts. 45 sets and 52 dishcloths. Congratulations, Christy. That's fantastic. That is awesome. Congratulations, my friend. Okay, here. Let me go in. Poor Lori's like, Chris, I'm trying to give you cues here. Would you pay attention? See? Sorry, darling. I'm out of practice. When we miss Lori for a week, and then I'm all out of the groove. Forgive me, darling. Okay, let's see here. Um, so we've established that we have mostly crazy weather across the board. Carrie says I've been outside with my nose hairs burnt. Oh, summertime. I can imagine frozen nose hairs. I'm not sure which is worse, Carrie. Let's just not mess with the nose hairs. They're fine where they are in a nice, temperate environment. Let's not. Yes. Yeah. Lori says I'm usually the hot mess. So far, I'm owning that title right there, Lori. Okay, friends. So I have all kinds of things on the docket for today. So let's just get right to it, shall we? First of all, I want to say that I got a sweet little gift from Julie Duthler. I don't know how to say it. You know, this happens pretty much every time. There's always some word that I can't say. Anyways, Julie from Missouri. She and I were chatting on, I think it was in response to a YouTube. Oh, I know. It was the handwoven experience for weaving with wool. That's what it was. And she mentioned something. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what that is. So, she put some in the mail so that I could see. So here it is. She said, these are Teeswater sheep. Are you guys familiar with this kind? I'm not familiar with that, but Teeswater sheep. Purchased some raw and very filthy wool many years ago. Even after processing, you will see VM, vegetable matter. See, we're learning all kinds of things here in class today. Vegetable matter comes out in combing. It takes dye beautifully. It does felt. She said summer has, she's a gardener too, so we can bond over that. Okay, so look, here's the sheep. Look at the sheep. They're fantastic. Look at those. Like the little eyes are covered up. Come on. Teeswater sheep. So then she sent me, look at the fun. Wait. I'm going to make a mess of it. I can tell. Okay. Look at the sweet, look. Okay. Come on. How nice is that? Little dyed orange that takes dye beautifully. Teeswater sheep. Tell me what you know. I didn't know anything. And now I know some stuff, which is always a good day when I can learn some things from all my amazing friends online. Yeah. So the wool is Teeswater. Yeah. The wool is Teeswater sheep. Yeah. Lori, are you familiar with this? Do you know this? Is that, do you know that one? I wasn't familiar. Yeah. So that was my first thing I wanted to share with you today. Secondly, I finished my custom project. If you guys were hanging out with me probably at least a month ago, and I was working on a custom project where I was making, I had the really like metallic red in there to go with. So I wanted to show you the finished product. Look at the little, you can't really see the metallic. It's got some shine to it. Like it's got a little bit of, the light doesn't really pick it up quite, but then we did a little like complimentary background, but this is the final product. It was so fun. We did, the project, we had a like a sweater set, kind of like a cardigan kind of thing, that I cut into pieces and then I wove for the little ornaments. So yeah. Connie says, I've never heard of Teeswater sheep. Where are they from? They look kind of Icelandic. Oh, I don't know. My friend is from Missouri. I don't know if that's where they're from. Here we go. Scott says, Susan of Susan's Fiber Shop in Madison, Wisconsin. Oh, I love Madison. Raises Teeswater. Had some really nice fleeces this year. Oh, see, you guys know. I knew somebody would know something about it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Gemma says, never heard of it. I get, Osant? I know that's not even close. Fairly similar, but fairly small sheep. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, Carol. Oh, see, Carol would know. Carol, those sheep are adorable. They look like the Bugs Bunny sheepdog. Oh, they do. Oh, how funny. I never even thought of that. They totally do look like the Bugs Bunny sheepdog. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. Let's see. Okay. So, here we go. Weave Nut. Hi, Weave Nut. I Teeswater. Am I saying it wrong? Is an English breed. Okay. Oh, did I mess up the name? Oh, she just spelled it Tees. Oh, is it English bread? Oh, how funny. Okay, that's not. Is that what you meant to say? Are we talking baking now? That's a whole other sidebar, isn't it? Okay. All right. So I wanted to share those things with you right out of the gates. All right. So let me know how your projects are going. Are you working on holiday stuff? Are there end of the year deadlines? Or if not, just tell me what's on your loom. Yeah, just to, yeah. Donna says, I'm late, but don't worry. I hit the like button. Donna, that's awesome. Yes. Right, Carol. It looked like Sam the sheepdog. Yes, they do. The picture was so cute. Yep, see? Lori is so trying to rein me in, and I am just off. I am just somewhere else. I apologize, Lori. We may just like wrestle the whole time. So yes, friends, tell me how you are. What is on your loom? What you got there? Okay, Carol says she's a new to me loom. No one can tell me anything about the brand or model. Not even the loom companies in Finland where it's from. Well, okay. There's only 3 mentioned on the net. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try, friends. Those words, those names. Okay, well, we're curious. Okay, I can't wait for you to put it together, Carol, and tell us if it works well. If it, Lori says, hit the like button or no sheep for you. I like it. Okay, Denise says, I have this beautiful warp of Cotton Clouds yarn. Yay, trying to put on for towels on the loom. Maybe now that it's racing, I will finish it. Is this an autocorrect thing? Is that what we mean? Connie says, I'm having my last cuddle blanket and then I'm ready to wrap. Nearly all done with Christmas. Okay, great. Now I'm urging Norm to finish wooden tapestry needles for a niece. Oh, Norm, say hello to Norm for us. Hello, Shirley. Okay, Cindy says, my new Voyager 8 shaft loom is waiting in boxes at my son's house. Can't wait to set up. Ooh, that's exciting, Cindy. I love that. Excellent. All right, I'm going to keep my finger off the screen. Lori, you just cue it up. We'll see. We might get our act together today, friends. Maybe. We'll see if that's. I'll turn that off just in case. Kim says my grandson arrived. Blanket's not finished, but I did knit him a sweater. Aww. Okay. Hopefully he appreciates any kind of handmade item from you, you talented girl, you. Jennifer says, I still have houndstooth on my loom. Back to being petted again. Sometimes we have to go through phases when we just pet the project. It's okay. It'll be there for you. That is the great news about weaving projects on a loom. They're not going anywhere. They will be there for when you're ready. Jennifer Fowler. We love that. Let's see. Okay, Carol says the loom is wild. It has giant rubber bands at the top to raise the lowering shed. Direct tie-up 8 shaft. Oh, direct tie-up 8 shaft. Oh, interesting. Carol, this is fascinating. That does sound unique. I'm sorry, darling. I do it out of love. Or just, I don't know, a little ADD kicking in or something. Susan says, I am weaving about 10 towels using the pattern that you shared a few months ago. Oh, that's so fun. Is this the pebble pattern? Boy, I think I have lipstick on all over my face. That's let me know how it's going. That's so fun. That's yeah, see? Aw, Shirley got her calendar. I'm glad that you got it and it's in good shape. That's awesome. Connie says Norm finally fixed the gear Paul problem on my new loom, Flora. Well, excellent. We're glad to hear that Flora is in working order. That's fantastic. Christy is finishing up a last set of towels for a Christmas order going to New York. Oh, that's great. You guys are so ambitious. I love it. Gemma says, started warping the rigid heddle for a table runner in green tones for my girlfriend. Then I do a table runner for my boyfriend in blue. Oh, that seems perfect. I'm trying to think. I am working on a table runner. It's got some blues in it right at the moment too. See? Gemma, we're right there. We're right at the same, Same thought. Yeah. Hello, Cynthia. I have an 8-2 tencel in my floor loom for the stole something for my daughter. That's what I'm guessing. All dressed and ready to start throwing the shuttle. That's exciting. What Cynthia, what kind of pattern are you going to use for this? 8-2 tencel. That'd be shiny and pretty. Carol says I still have runs on Fergus and towels on Nessie. Then I went out and got a new loom, and attention has shifted. Ooh, squirrel. Is that? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So, sorry. Ernie says he finished his April weave along towels. Okay. Round of applause for Ernie. That's exciting. Ernie, you finished it in the same calendar year. That's amazing. Kudos to you, my friend. They came out well enough to be Christmas gifts. I love that. Very nicely done. By the way, if I remember correctly, Ernie, correct me. Ernie posted a picture in the the Acting Creative Community Facebook group right there. It's a lovely, supportive group of weavers online. So feel free to wander over and join us there. You can see Ernie's project because Ernie finished his April Weave Along project. See, we're so proud of Ernie and all of you for finishing projects. It's hard to finish projects. Sometimes, like in the middle, you're thinking it's never going to happen. It's just going to, nope. So to have the oomph to keep going, to redirect, to do something, good on you. Yeah. Kim says, just finished a scarf in tiny silk yarn on my loom forever for my husband. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Kim's husband. That's awesome. Happy birthday. I love birthdays. Let's see. Suzanne says, not working anything. Okay. Badly bruised my hand, elbow, and shoulder. So let's say I'm on vacation. Suzanne. Oh, sweetheart. Feel better. Hand, elbow, and shoulder. That's like the whole thing, isn't it? That's just the whole limb. I'm so sorry, honey. I hope that you heal very, very quickly. That's what I wish for you, my friend. Yep. Carol says, the original owner of the loom bought it in Finland in 1986 and put it together and never used it. Sold it to owner number 2. And I love this whole timeline. She put it together and put it in storage. It's been unused the whole time. I'm number 3. Lucky number 3. Lucky number 3, Carol. This is, we can't wait. We can't wait to see you working on this unknown mystical loom. It's probably only one of its kind. And the moment you start weaving, it'll have magical powers. That's what I hope. I hope that some little, elf pops out of the loom the minute you start weaving, and the elf does all the chores you don't want to do, like feeding animals in negative 22 degrees. Will you keep us posted if that happens? just saying. Yeah. Jennifer says houndstooth is never going to be done. Jennifer, that is okay. We would love for you to have enough to do something with it, but if you get to the point, sister, where you have to cut it off, you just cut that sucker off. You just, whatever you need to do to keep your sanity. Yes. Lori says she's back to the loom. She missed days due to illness. I'm determined to finish these Overshot towels. You can do it. You can do it. We have faith in you, Lori. Hello. Avonmore. What is your name? Is it Avonmore? Is that how you say it? Hello from Idaho. That's a great state. We have I don't know where my friend Kathy is, but she's from Idaho. Right? It's a good place to be. Okay. Let's see. Kathy's not weaving right now. She's doing something in the bathroom. Like, that sounded bad. She's striping back to the studs in the bathroom. Construction in the bathroom. That could be interpreted a lot of different ways. Kathy's remodeling. That's what we'll say. Shirley is threading heddles for bath towels. Nice. Too many alterations to do all of a sudden. Should it get finished this weekend? Look at you. Eye on the prize, girl. Eye on the prize. I love that. Yeah, Sherry says, I feel you. Broke my clavicle in October and now doing with frozen shoulder. Nothing worse than having projects and can't get to them. Aw, right? For everyone who's having health issues, would you, A, cut that out and feel better? And B, let's, be gentle with yourself and get back to weaving. That's my supportive but firm call to action. How's that? Yeah. Let's see. Gemma says, my neighbor's mom wants to get on my loom for a bit. I learned some Albanian for weaving terms. Oh, Gemma, you could teach a masterclass on, weaving terms in so many different languages. Yeah. Ernie says he went to a sewing machine 101 class this week. Good for you. Just in time for hemming towels. That and spray starch made hemming much easier than previous projects. Okay. I love a weaver who's always learning. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, friends. Oh, Sam says planning a curly Q pinwheel warp. Is this the 8 shaft then, Sam? Not sure the colors yet. That's exciting. Wow, curly Qs. That sounds awesome. Okay, friends. Let's what else is on my list? I have stuff on my list. Okay, so December is Weaving is for Everyone month. Yes. Because as you look at the big wide world of weaving, there really is something for everybody, right? So week 1 was all about fiber. So we had weaving with wool, and week 2 is all about equipment. So I did this fun episode where I dragged Michelle Marshall into a Zoom call, and we both had our looms there, and we're like, okay, let's talk about rigid heddle versus multi-shaft. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, it is really entertaining and informative. It honestly is. Part of it, and you guys know Michelle, right? From the weave-alongs, and she's been such a great part of our community. But she is so flippin' smart. She is so, every time around Michelle, I'm like, I feel like I should be taking notes. And I mean that in the best way possible. That's what I love, surrounding myself with people that are just smarter than me. And she absolutely fits that category. So there are moments in the episode when I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna listen to her talk. Like she's so good. But it's a really interesting kind of head-to-head look at the two kinds of looms and how they function. And at the end of the day, of course, whatever kind of loom you're working on is awesome. Wait, please just weave, folks. I don't care how you're doing it. Just get in there and weave. That's what we ask of all of you beautiful people. So if you haven't had a chance, also hit the like button because Lori told you to. Yes. Hi, Lori. Speaking of Lori's, putting together new IKEA shelves in my weaving corner. It's a disaster right now. It's always awful before it gets so much better, isn't it, Lori? That's going to be good, though. Okay, so let's weave, shall we? Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. See, it has both kinds of looms. You know what? Just weave, people. I don't care what kind of loom you work on. Pick the loom that's good for you. Try one and then try the other. I don't know. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, friends, let's talk about my project, shall we? Let me see if I could. It's kind of a minefield in my area right now. Speaking of a disaster, it's a fun disaster. There's colors and yarns and stuff just everywhere, but it is. Hold please, as I move things around. Okay, let's see if I can. All right, I can do hard things. Here we go. Ooh, there we go. Okay, friends, let's talk about this project. So, per your request, when I asked what to do next, people said Overshot. So I was like, okay, it's been a minute since I did some Overshot. We'll do some Overshot. So I picked up my handy dandy book. This is, and I know there's other places to get Overshot patterns. Of course there is. The internet is a fabulous place, and there are other books. But my go-to first stop for any kind of Overshot is Marguerite and her book here, Hand Weaver's Pattern book. So I decided, as I kind of thumbed through all of the options, I wanted to do this one right here. This is the German pattern. I like how it's so vague. It's a German pattern. Like there's only one. There's just that's all we got. So this is the one. Now you'll see basically what Marguerite does, and does really beautifully, is that she has this is the threading that you're going to set up here, right? Threading means the order that your yarns are going to go into the shafts, but then you can tweak. Like this is just one option with the treadling here. You can then she offers all these other options to play with, which is very fun, and I appreciate that for her. But for now, I am just doing that top one. Now, last week, I explained that I was having challenges because I ran out of yarn. I ran out of yarn in strategic weird places. So I was sitting over the table over there and explaining how I had to move some things around to keep it kind of balanced and designed and whatever. bottom line is it's in the loom. The warp seems to be fine. It seems to be working okay. I have this this like dark plum color. It's not cotton. And when I pulled it off the shelf, I wanted to find 3 similar sized like mercerized cottons. That's what I was thinking. And when I just caught it, I was like, oh yeah, sure, that'll work. And then the second I started to wind it on the warping board, I thought, oh no, that's not cotton. No, it's got a little stretch to it, which is, you know, danger, danger. Will Robinson kind of, that is no, you don't want stretch. No, no, no. But it seems to be okay. Like I tested it, but what's funny is that if you pull it a certain way, it has no stretch, but if you pull it a different way, it's got too much. Yeah. Anyways, so far it's been fine. So here is the plan, friends. I put enough to do 3 basically 60-inch runners. And I was like, okay, we'll see. You know, I don't have any specific end goal at this point. So if that changes, that is no skin off my nose. That is okay. If that is not the ultimately, you know, what I end up with. But I've already done one. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can tilt you down. No one gets seasick. Okay, can you see down here a little bit? I did this kind of crazy kind of bright royal purple kind of for the first one. And I'll have some pictures up so you can see that what that one looks like. But this second one, I knew I wanted to do blue, right? So in my warp, see here, I have this kind of field of this plum color, and then I've got this kind of parakeet blue. I did a couple stripes of parakeet blue, and then this kind of apple green on either end, and then one stripe right in the middle. This wasn't the original plan, but you know, modify, creative problem solving. That's what we got going on here. So let's talk about Overshot for just a moment. So have you guys tried some Overshot? I'm guessing most of you have, but here is the gist of Overshot is that Overshot always has some kind of pretty interesting threading. It's I don't know that I've ever seen one with just a straight draw. That's usually beside the point. So there's usually some kind of really interesting threading that happens there. And the idea is that you always have 2 shuttles for Overshot. You have one that's in the background. Pardon me, I got a frog in my throat. You have a background weft, this one, that is going to be a very similar size to your warp, or even smaller, but something is going to fade in the background. It's just, and this is just going to be is tabby or plain weave. So over, under, over, under. It's going to hold all together. Like this is the responsible sister of the 2, right? And then you have a second warp that is the flashy one that's going to actually make, that's going to show, it's going to showcase whatever the pattern is. So your flashy one, this one should be, I like to say at least 2-3 times bigger than this one, because it has to really cover the fabric. That's part of the idea. But as you're weaving, then you're always doing like a follow the leader. You're doing background pattern. Well, you throw it from the same side. Background pattern, background pattern. You'll see in just a second. So I wanted to show you kind of close up. So I went through my shelves and I was just like, what do I have that's kind of the right blues to make up this, the pattern weft? So I pulled, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3. I pulled 6 yarns together. Let me see if I can get them kind of separated so you can see them. So here's what I've got. I've got kind of this fuzzy one, which is a bigger kind of fuzzy. This is more of like a cornflower kind of blue. I have this, this is like just a fine blue there. Look at this craziness. This is all like sparkle and glamour right there, that little guy. And then I have 2 little ones that are just variations of that kind of blue. Oh, no, do I have another one in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a real tiny one in there. See, I missed that one. There we go. Yep. So I have 6 yarns that I've all pulled together to make the kind of width that I want for the pattern weft. That's my plan. And you know what's funny is that as I was pulling this together, I started with, I have this, it's a huge cone. I don't know, it's like a 5-pound. It's enormous. That was used to make rugs. And it's this really pretty kind of soft, like a grayish blue. But when I put it with the others, the proportions were weird. So the whole thing looked too gray, and it was too dominant. So I've been playing with which ones go there. Carol says, tipping head like a cow. Ooh, pretty sparkly blues. Yes. Exactly. Yes. See, Overshot. Thumbs up for Overshot. So that is what we're working with. I have this nice kind of mix of stuff. Now, here's what I'll say. As I've been working on it, it doesn't have the greatest hand. I'll just be straightforward here. Overshot is typically denser just because of the nature of the two wefts that you're always working with. So it's usually denser. But this, I would say, kind of the mix of yarns, it's not crazy soft. It's pretty. It's very pretty, but it's not crazy soft. So without further ado, let me actually show you how this pattern comes together. Okay, let me take a swig first. You know, we gotta stay hydrated even in the winter. Let's see. Yeah, see, people are all in favor of Overshot. Yeah, Carrie says she loves it, especially for the intricate patterns, pictures. Yeah, right. Yep, Connie is all for it. She did some pillows for her granddaughter's wedding. Aw, I bet those were beautiful, Connie. Okay, all right. By the way, I don't know if Alex Madison is on, but thank you to Alex Madison, her sponsored mug warmer. Thank you so much. We're getting a lot of use out of it these days. What'd she say? Lori said, you combine the blue weft yarn yourself. Would love to learn how you blended that. Oh, sure, Lori. Yeah, absolutely. Let me think about that. I bet I could put together a video about that. Yeah, sure. That's a good idea. See, you guys are so stinking smart. Yeah. Carol says, well, you're not going to wear it, right? Doesn't have to have a nice hand. If you should happen to find yourself wearing a table runner, that's one wild party, and you're still not going to care. That's true that. Yeah. That's a very good point. If you're wearing a table runner, we have other challenges to talk about. Okay, here we go, friends. All right, so here is how I always like to do this. Like I said, I like to do a follow the leader. So I always start with the background one. Now, you know what I've discovered has been really handy while I'm doing it, especially this time around, is that I have two very different size and style shuttles. And that's been really helpful because when you're doing Overshot, you don't want to have to, like I find I don't like to have to refer to a treadling sequence all the time. I like to have it in my head so I can actually focus on kind of the rhythm of just throwing the shuttles. And so in order to do that, you need at least part of it to be intuitive, right? So here's what I like to do is my background shuttle is just going to do, plain weave, tabby. If the shuttle's on the left, I know I have to stomp with my left foot. Like this is the treadle on the far left. That's the one that I do. If it's on the other side, it's on this side, I stomp on the treadle on the far right. That's how I've set up my tabby or plain weave so that I don't have to think about it. It helps too that, like I said, because the shuttles are very different, I know that if I'm picking up this one, that helps with the whole intuitive, where am I in the sequence and how do I make it as easy for me as possible. So here we go. Let me clear a shed here. And we'll go to town. So this is just plain weave, or as close as you get. Sometimes the Overshots don't give you a exact true plain weave. Is that true? Yeah, mine's not quite, but pretty darn close. The idea is that this little yarn has to hold the fabric together. That's his job. It's a big job, but that's his job. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, let me see if I remember where I am. Here we go. Okay, so in Marguerite's pattern, she's down here. Marguerite's down there. The German pattern. This is it's two shafts at a time. So I have three options. I have three options of two for this pattern. So I can do 1 and 2, 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. That's it. We don't even use a 4 and 1. Like that was part of how we threaded the whole thing, but we don't even use it for this. So here we go. The first one is 1 and 2. And basically, I am going to use this same, I'll lift this like 3 times in a row. I'll show you. So let's send this guy here like that. Now, it's always follow the leader. So we're back to tabby. So take our little guy here, send him for tabby. For the pattern, I have to lift the exact same ones before. That's how in when you look at patterns for Overshot, you're like, well, how is it that I lift the same 2 shafts 3 times in a row? Doesn't it pull out? No, you have the tabby in between. That's how That's how it you can build up that block, if you will. Okay, here we go. Back to tabby. Then one more time. 1 and 2. Okay. All right. So now this is tabby again. You get it. We're always doing this. It just does tabby over and over again. So now I need to lift 2 and 3. So it's kind of the same kind of rhythm. Yeah, you'll see. There's kind of a coming and going kind of idea to the pattern, which is exciting, but can be a little. Let's just say that I can only listen to music. I can't watch TV while I do this one because it's not. It's a little bit intuitive. It's not completely intuitive. I still have to kind of keep track of where I am. You know how that goes? Do you guys typically do TV or radio or music or something, podcast? What do you do when you're weaving typically, so that you something where you can focus but not mess up the pattern? Carol says a secret thread doing all the hidden work in Overshot. There is. You're exactly right. Yes, there is a hidden thread doing all the work, because you could pull this guy right out and that fabric would still stay together. Amazing. Here's where we have to thank all of the weavers that came before us who figured that out. Okay, so now I don't know if you just saw, but I did 3 of this one, which is 2 and 3. Now I get to do 3 of this one, which is 3 and 4. I saw Deb popped in. She said, "Oh, something about we're watching Midsummer Murders." Or Carol says, "I could do radio, not books on tape, not TV, not conversations while weaving." Okay, audiobook carries with the audiobook. I like it. Cynthia listened to podcasts, but only after the treadling's down. See, I get it. Mm-hmm. Lori says music or audiobook. Yeah, right. Oh, I love it. Sam says daytime television. Pretty repetitive and boring. Background noise. Why not? I like it. Okay, so we need 3 of these. Do you know what? Because it's a bigger project, I've had a little trouble with my floating selvages. And at the end of the day, with this particular pattern, I don't know that I really had to add them, but it's kind of ingrained. I was like, oh, okay. Let's do some floating. It's Overshot. Let's do some floating selvages. See, like I made it all kind of sad there. All right. Well, so what I've had to do is sometimes if your floating selvages are saggy, just clear out. Like I don't move heddles away from it so it doesn't lean on it. Just a thought. Just a thought. All right. 3 of these. Okay, this is number 3. Here we go. Okay, are you ready? Here's the next part of it. So, we'll just not worry about that. Okay, so basically I went like 1 and 2, and then 2 and 3, and then 3 and 4. So now I have to do like a bottom, top, bottom, and then I come back and do it the other way. Okay, I'll just share the pattern with you. That's kind of hard to explain, isn't it? But it is fun once you kind of see it start to unfurl. It reminds me a little bit of some of those old kind of upholstery fabrics. I mean, mine is shinier and prettier, but you know, some of the kind of the like the damask, or how do you say that? You know, whatever that is. Like it's got some drama to it because of the pattern, because of the rich colors, because of all the stuff. It's got some drama, which you know, we could all use a little bit of drama, right? Okay, let's see. Let's go back here. And then we're not quite through one whole repeat. We're pretty close. Let me lenient so you can see. What was that? Carrie says, is the something shuttle higher than the boat shuttle? Oh, the rug shuttle? No, they're very similar. See? Is that what you're asking, honey? If the height is, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carol says my floating selvages aren't on the beam. Mine are loose and attached to loom weights. Oh, okay. That's smart. Susan says I have a metal spring on my floating selvages before I start weaving. It just slides along as I weave and keeps tension on the threads. Oh, Susan, I would love to see a visual of that. A metal spring. Okay, friends, let me lean you in so you can see what we just did. Let's everyone hang on. No one gets seasick. Okay, so basically in our time together, we did like this much. That's what we just did. But you see, there's like three picks of this. This is 1 and 2. 3 picks of this, which is 2 and 3. 3 picks there, 3 and 4, and then we do a little chink, 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 and then we go back the other way. So that's how you get this kind of coming and going kind of idea, right? Now, what's been handy is that because I have these stripes in the middle here, I can kind of keep track of like visually. I know that if it's got the really wide stripes right there, I know that's probably shafts 1 and 2. And where there's hardly anything, that's going to be 3 and 4. Like I just kind of figured that out visually as I go through the pattern. But that really is made possible because I've narrowed down what you see in this pattern in between the two kind of what would you call it, like little bookends here, right? Because I've narrowed down what you can see in the pattern itself, right? Fun, huh? See, it's right. Ooh, Connie says I love the history of Overshot, the Revolutionary era patterns, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know? And someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is that Overshot is really like it is a North American thing. Like it is not like brought over from Europe. It is not like Appalachian, depending on where you live, Appalachian mountain kind of that is really yeah. I love that kind of stuff. Okay, so that was fun, right? So here's the plan. So I have my mug is hot. My mug is it's supposed to be. My mug is hot. Hold please. So the plan is that I've done one in kind of a purple and one in a blue. I'm gonna do one in a green to kind of go with the colors, right? I'm keeping the background in the purple. We'll see. Purple and green may be a little weird, so I'll make some judgment calls as I get closer there. But I'm also hoping to have. I feel like we're all crooked. I'm hoping to have enough left to do some kind of fun variations with the pattern. For now, I'm going to play with the color, but I would love to go back to Marguerite's recommendations and then play with the different treadlings to see kind of how the patterns can be altered. I know myself, I'm really drawn to something that's kind of bold. When they start to get really subtle, I get uninterested. I'll be honest. Hi, my name's Chris, and I'm not interested. Yeah, nice. I didn't even plan that. It was just not. See, the technology gods have a great sense of humor. I once the pattern gets too kind of subtle, I'm like, nope. What's next? I like the bolder patterns. Carol says purple and green is weird. I disagree. Okay, all right, fair enough. What? No, I'm not saying. Okay, we'll see. We're gonna play with it, Carol. Don't you worry. That wasn't meant to be a. that wasn't meant to be a specific judgment. Ernie says, "Thanks for explaining Overshot in a way that even I can understand." Oh, I'm glad that was helpful, Ernie. Yay! That's Lori says purple and green is funky. Okay, there we go. Hello, Manon from Quebec. Excellent. Hey. Lori says, wasn't the purple you ran out of? It was the purple I ran out of. Lori, you have a very good memory. Yes, that's exactly right. Because here, I ran out of this purple here, but I have a huge cone of this purple here. You see there a little, yeah. You have a good memory, Lori Klein. Yes, it was the purple I ran out of, and I had to like rethink all the things I knew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maureen says my bedroom is purple and green. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend all of the purple and green fans. Carol says, no, the flower is purple and green. Okay. No, I got you. I see you now. Uh-huh. I like purple and green together. I just think we'll see. We'll see, friends. How about this? I promise I will find a combination of purple and green that I like, that works well together. That's all I'm gonna say. There we go. Okay, so you'll have to stay tuned. Talk about a cliffhanger. You'll have to stay tuned to see how it all turns out. All right, friends, let's finish strong, shall we? This has been so fun today. It's always fun. Who am I kidding? It's always fun hanging with you guys and catching up and talking weaving. What's better than this? Come on. All right. So I mentioned it briefly before, but you are all invited to join us in the Acting Creative Community Facebook page. If you do Facebook, come on over. We are saving you a seat. Something that I want to mention for the group is we are trying to really keep it the focus tight. So when you come in, just make sure that you're posting about weaving related stuff. That is how we're trying to kind of make ourselves unique. Is that we're it's a tight focus. All the weaving gloriousness. And if you've been loving all the Acting Creative stuff and you would like more, we have a fabulous membership to offer you, friends. It's called the Acting Creative Insiders, hosted by Patreon. And there's a whole bunch of tiers you can choose from, so you can pick which perks you like and that you think would be valuable to you. And one of the best ones is coming up next Thursday. There's a small group Zoom chat that we do once a month, which is wonderful. We're really, it's such a sweet group there. They're fantastic. So come join the membership. And if you are not yet on the email list, getting the love notes, now is a perfect time because you can take advantage of the Weaving is for Everything Everyone month. Weaving is for Everything. That too. Because we have 2 more fabulous weeks coming up of the Weaving is for Everyone month. And we have, what is it? Terminology, vocabulary, whatever you want to call it, is coming up next. And then we round everything out with patterns. So we have a little something for everyone. We've had fibers, we've had equipment. Honestly, weaving is for everyone, folks. Just come on over. If you know someone who would like to get the love notes as well, I would love it if you shared, right? Just to spread the love, I say. Okay, friends. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yes, Susan. Yes, I'm sorry, darling. We can't do pictures here. But if you would like to join in the Facebook, if you do Facebook, you can post it on, or you can also send me a picture at Chris at actingcreative.net. Okay, friends, you are awesome. Truly, you guys are great. I don't tell you nearly enough, but you guys are fantastic, and I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much. Next week we'll be right back here, right back here, rocking some Overshot. It'll be green and purple. Do not miss next week because clearly we have strong opinions about green and purple. So next week, friends, that's what's going to happen. Boy, I just committed to that, didn't I? I have to make sure I keep weaving for green and purple week next week. We'll call it Iris Week. Iris Week next week. All right, you know what your homework is between now and then, right? First of all, mark it in the calendar to meet back right up here for next Thursday, same time and place. Secondly, find a moment, a few minutes just to do something just creative, just for you, friends. I know it's so busy right now, right? Family, friends, community, neighbors, all of the stuff, and that is wonderful. However, it's important that we, touch base, do something creative, just for you, friends. That's it's good for your soul. Okay. For my friends that aren't feeling well, please feel better. We need you back in fighting shape as soon as possible. And I think that's it. I think we've gone through the list. We have checked off all the things. We have solved all the Overshot problems, or at least started a whole bunch of other Overshot problems. But we will continue this next week. Iris Week, that's what we're going to call it. Have a great one, friends. Happy weaving.